Hey everyone, today is a video where I talk about my most worn fragrances this particular year, and as you know, my collection's fairly small. Everything that I own fits on that one shelf, and so I've picked 5 that I've worn definitely the most, and you'll be able to see that by the level of the juice in the bottles this year. And the first one that I've worn the most, which is a really, it's the newest acquisition to my collection, is Royal Oud. You can see the dint that I've put in it, considering I've not had it that long. So I've been wearing this quite a bit when it's colder. And I just really like it. It's funny, I had a weird relationship with this fragrance. I used to really dislike it. I thought it smelled like an old grandpa. When I first started reviewing fragrances, this wasn't my taste at all. But now I really like it, kind of warm, spiced kind of wood. I don't get any oud, as most people say, but I get kind of a spiced cedar, a little bit of powdery green. And it's just very nice. It's nicely blended. I don't own Aventus anymore. This is the only Creed in my collection, and it's the only one I'd buy from the brand at this present moment in time. But yeah, I've been wearing that a lot, so as you can see, one of my most worn this year. It doesn't seem to last as long as I would hope, to be honest. I don't feel it around me that long. It projects like crazy in the first couple of hours, but sometimes, I don't know, it seems to disappear by the end of the day, so I'm not quite sure, but it's a good fragrance anyway. The next most worn fragrance is Sacred Wood by Kilian. This is the older version of it. They have re-released it, and I think the re-released version has a gold plate and I think even a gold lid, if I'm not mistaken. I've no idea whether it's the same formula or whether they've changed it. The note list is different for the new one, so it is possible that it's a different formula now. But this is the original one from a long time ago. It is refillable, most people know, but if you haven't heard me talk about this particular one, it's a sandalwood heavy fragrance. It literally just smells of sandalwood. There's like the hint of pinch of a spice. That's pretty much it. If you like sandalwood, you might enjoy it. I did open mine up and pour inside real Indian Mysore sandalwood essential oil into this. So mine is kind of bolstered, because this is meant to mimic Mysore sandalwood, but it's more synthetic. So I put the real Mysore sandalwood inside, and so mine is kind of extra luxurious. But very nice with the added real Mysore sandalwood in there. But yeah, this is one that I've enjoyed this year. I've had it a long time, but in fact, I'm trying to see the level of juice. It's kind of hard to tell without unscrewing it. Let me have a look for you. Oh my god, wow, really? Oh no. Okay, we're down to there. It's nearly gone. However, I do have I think a 5ml top-up thing, so that I can pour inside to top it up again. But yeah, I did not realise it was that low. I will have to top it up, but I've been wearing that a lot, usually when it's a bit colder. But it's one of my favourite fragrances, and it's very simple, very easy to wear. It's kind of one that you don't have to think about if you don't want to, you know, if just something light, you can just do 1 or 2 sprays of that and you're good. The next fragrance that's been one of my most worn is Love Kills by Mask Milano, and you can see the level of juice there, that it's right down towards the bottom. This is a lovely bright kind of rose fragrance. Very, very kind of fresh, uplifting, bright rose, and it dries down into like a dusty kind of rose in the dry down, kind of dusty and dry, like the rose kind of dies and withers and kind of turns to ash at the end. That's kind of the story of the fragrance. I really like rose, and this is one of the best that I've tried in like rose dominant. I mean, you really have to like rose to like this. It's basically centered all around rose and not much else. But if you do like rose, then that might be for you. It is completely unisex. Man or a woman can wear it. It doesn't lean one way or the other. The next most worn fragrance is also another rose fragrance, and it's Amuse Lyric Man. And I don't know if you can see the level of juice there, but where the center label is the juice is just there. Can you see the wiggle? I'm trying to get it to show on camera. I've used like half the bottles, and it's, again, this is one of the newer purchases in my collection. I've not had it that long, So to get through half a bottle, obviously you can see I've been wearing it. I really like this one. Again, like Royal Oud, I didn't like it when I first smelled it. In fact, I think I gave it a negative kind of bad review. It smelled, back in the day I thought it smelled kind of quite feminine and kind of like rose moisturizing cream, and I was like, I didn't get why you would want to smell like that as a guy. And now I still think it smells like that, but I do want to smell like that. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. There's kind of a spicy top note, but it's a soapy kind of rose in a way. It's a clean, uplifting rose, a little bit deeper or darker than Love Kills. This is a lot brighter in terms of the rose note. This is a little bit darker, but this goes in a different kind of way. This is creamy, whereas that's kind of dusty as it dries down. This is more creamy, so like I say, it goes into more like what you might think of as a rose-scented lotion or rose-scented moisturizing cream. It kind of has that creamy kind of lotion vibe to it, but with that kind of spice top note and a little bit of a freshness as well when you first apply it. It's very nice, but again, you really have to like rose. It is dominantly heavy rose fragrance. But Lyric Man, I have been wearing a lot and I'm enjoying it. Rose is one of my favorite notes in perfume. The last most worn fragrance this year is again new to my collection, but you will see clearly, there's the level. Dear Homme Cologne. This one I tried many years ago in an airport and I did like it. I sprayed it on, I thought, oh, that's nice. But it didn't last long, and so I didn't buy it because I thought it doesn't really last. And then I got through one of my Atelier colognes and I wanted a kind of a summertime fresh citrus. I remembered that one, and so I picked it up and I do like it. It's very simple, but you get that kind of uplifting, happy smelling, clean citrus with kind of a light white musk, and that's really all you get. And it's just super easy to wear when it's hot. In the summer it's very nice, very refreshing, very easy to wear, very clean, very likable. There's nothing to dislike about that fragrance except you spray it on and it's kind of gone in 10 minutes. That's still my experience. I can't really smell it on myself after 10-15 minutes. It just kind of disappears. Hopefully maybe other people can pick it up a little bit after I, you know, in the first hour or so, but really within 3 or 4 hours this thing is gone, which is a shame because I do like it. But as you can see, when it is hotter, I have been wearing the hell out of it. I've gone through almost getting on for half the bottle there. So those are my 5 most worn fragrances this year. I do have a few others in my collection, but not many. I recently sold most of my favorite fragrances in a kind of a clear out, but yeah, these 5 definitely I've picked out more than the others. Some of my favorites like Fort and Manlay I don't seem to be reaching for quite as much. I've got some matriarch fragrances, I've not been reaching for those recently. I go through kind of moods of like wearing a lot of something and then I kind of get tired of it and it phases out, and then I wear a lot of something else. And so, you know, a few of the other fragrances in my collection kind of take a back seat. These ones are the ones I've been picking up this year the most. And that's it. That's my most worn fragrance list of 2022. And I will see you soon with some more videos. Take care, everyone. Bye.
One time he disappeared for 2 or 3 days. When he came back, they asked him where he'd been, and he said, oh, just sailing.